She looks so happy, but it's actually 1,000 degrees outside. What's up, socials? Happy Social Thursday. Today we're going to talk about how you can get real results from live streaming on social. Obviously, this is like my 4th video in probably a month about live streaming, so this is absolutely something everyone is talking about right now and could quite possibly be a big deal for your brand online. But you don't want to just jump on and not know what you're doing, because we need to have every platform in place with a purpose. So let's talk about some things you need to think about before you get started with live streaming. First and foremost, no matter what, you're going to be testing a lot. So even if you start with one plan, you might end up with something completely different down the line. That's okay, as long as you have full intention of what you're doing at all times, no big deal. Another thing to think about is that live streams are a lot of fun when they're spontaneous, but they can be even more effective when they are planned. The nice thing about video is that people want to see it, they want to live vicariously through you, and they want to show up when you're going to be there. So with live stream, it's no different. And that's why we schedule webinars at a certain time on a certain day, and the same can go for your live stream, whether you're on Periscope or Blab or whatever. Try setting a specific time and day to see what the return looks like there. We do this with Scope Pass Sunday. Every Sunday, myself, Subi Zimmerman, and Vincenzo Landino do a little live streaming tour together, essentially. But we do it at the same time on the same day every week. So we see a certain attendance level because everybody knows they can show up at that time. And things can be a little bit different when we're doing the more spontaneous scopes, especially ones that may not be at peak times. By strategically picking a time and a day, we get lots of people to show up to hang out with us. Next, think about how you're going to provide value. A lot of people do like to live vicariously in the moment with you through live stream, but if you're just gonna jump on to chat, make sure you have an intention, it's fully conveyed in your headline, and that people know they're gonna come in, they're gonna be able to spend real time with you, but at the same time, they're gonna walk away with a takeaway. Again, we wanna do everything with intention, so it's very important that you consistently show that you have value in mind for your viewer. Finally, live is the best place to be if you want a call to action to happen. So always have something of a plan that's aligned with the value that you're providing in your stream to have the audience do once they're done watching you. And you may want to think about peppering it throughout the stream, because especially these live streams that go longer than 15 minutes, you may not have very high retention for that amount of time, depending on how action-packed the stream actually is. So make sure that you're making very clear throughout your time on live to tell the audience what to do and how they can take a next step from what they learned in this session with you today. If you want to see a really good example of all these things, please join myself, Sue, and Vin for Scope Pass Sunday. Hashtag Scope Pass Sunday. We start at 9 o'clock Eastern every Sunday, and one of us kicks it off with a tip, and then the other two follow with a tip, and then we keep passing it on. So if you want to join in and share some advice with the audience that's continuing to stay tuned, it's a really great opportunity to do that. Links for Scope Pass Sunday in the description. We even have a free Facebook group you might want to join as well, so you can stay tuned. That's all for today, socials. Thank you so much for tuning in. I appreciate it as always. If you want to know my top 5 tips before you create your first video blog, you're going to want to go to savvysexysocial.com/subscribe. The link is also in the YouTube card if you're watching this there. I want you to get updates from me about all things social media for your business, so you'll be able to do that once you join my email list, and you'll get those tips as soon as you do. I'll be back next week for your Savvy Tuesday episode. Bye. Try to set a time so that people can show up and engage when they know you're going to be there. That's not my beagle, much too.